Hi, I'm Jim Richard with Action 5 News Team, and today we're here to talk about the snakehead fish and how it's an invasive species. I'm going to kick it out to our senior snakehead analyst, Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeff?
Thank you, Jim. This is Jeffrey Dahmer. The snakehead is an invasive species to America that is commonly found in Virginia, Washington, D.C., and Maryland. In fact, the snakehead was first discovered in Maryland in 2002 by a local fisherman. The local DNR then proceeded to drain the lake of all of its water. Oh, this is so sad. After the DNR drained the lake, they found 2 adult snakehead fishies along with hundreds of their fishy young at the bottom of the lake, and they were then killed. The snakehead is a top-level predator. This means that it has no natural enemies. Along with it being a top-level predator, its diet is made up almost entirely of other fish. Because the fish has no predators and is primarily a carnivore, it destroys fish populations wherever it goes. Well, that's a tragedy right there. The snakehead's native climate is made up of muddy or vegetative ponds and other slow-moving bodies of water. Its native countries are Russia, China, and Korea. The snakehead is unique in that it can survive out of water for up to 4 days. You see, Jim, the snakehead is a very unusual fish. It's special. As I said before, its native habitats are swamps and vegetative ponds. But these swamps and ponds tend to dry up. Due to its habitat's occasional drying, it has evolved and gained the ability to wiggle across the ground like a snake in order to get to a more suitable environment. However, it is to be noted that generally only the young can do this. The old ones are simply too fat. Its young are identifiable by reddish-brown stripes. The adults are colored darkly on the top and lightly on the bottom. The snakehead gets its name not only from the way that it wiggles on the ground, but from the coloring of its scales and the position of its eyes being in a dorsal-lateral position. Well, Jim, that's all I have for you. This is Jeffrey Dahmer, signing off.
She fit how many of those in her mouth? That's astounding!
Jim, you're on.
Oh,
Jim.
That was a great investigative report by our man Jeff. Sure sounds like a fishy situation, if you know what I mean. We're now going to kick it out to our man Tim Pervins, our expert field reporter. Tim?
Thanks, Jim. Tim Pervins here with Dr. Fudge. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great.
Good to hear. Good to hear. So I got a couple questions for you about snakehead.
All right.
Doctor, what are the concerns with the snakehead being in the U.S. of A.?
Well, man, to be exact, the type of snakehead that we're talking about right now is the northern snakehead. That's the one we got to be worried about right now, man. And the main problem, dude, with the snakehead is that it is outcompeting other predator fish. And this snakehead has no natural enemies here.
Really?
Yeah, so it's just doing whatever it pleases.
Scary.
Not okay. And because it has no natural enemies, it is eating most of the food and causing other species to go extinct. Species like the largemouth bass and the shad. These species are depended upon by fisheries which are going out of business due to the lack of fish. Another big problem with the snakehead is that they have spawned rapidly. In fact, a female snakehead is capable of producing over 100,000 young in a year. Another issue with the snakehead is that it is adaptable to almost any type of environment or aquatic habitat.
Well, would you look at that? Oh, that's crazy. So that's interesting. How exactly did the snakehead get into the U.S. waterways?
Well, that's an interesting question, man. It was illegally imported from China. And the reason people brought it here from China is that some believe it to have healing properties. Others just really dig the taste, you know? Another big reason that they were imported is because fishermen find them fun to fish. They are an aggressive fish that will attack almost any bait that you throw in the water. People have actually lost fingers and toes to the snakehead.
Holy schmoly. Alright, what is being done to stop the snakehead in the U.S.?
Well, you see, Tim, the problem with that is there aren't that many effective methods that are around. Really, the most effective methods involve quarantining the snakehead into a single area. From there, they either fish out the snakeheads one by one, which is terribly ineffective, or they just poison the entire lake, killing all of the fish in there. It's a real tragedy, man. I can't even begin to explain to you all the heartache and tears that I've shed over those poor fishies out there.
I hear you. Okay.
Now, if you do happen to catch a snakehead,
please tell me.
What you want to do is remove the head. That's the only sure way to kill it, because it can live out of water.
Wow. That's interesting facts.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all we have. Back to you, Jim.
Jordan. Ooh, swish. Ooh. Thanks, Tim and Dr. Fudge. That was almost as interesting as Jeff's. What a hack. We're going to kick it out to our financial expert, DJ Fuzzy Boots. Hit it.
I'm not going to lie to you, Jim. It's scary out there. Future's looking rough. The future is looking rough. I'm DJ Fuzzy Boots. The snakehead became a noticeable threat in America's lakes and rivers in 2002. Since then, the lack of predators and diseases that kept this creature's balance in its native habitat has caused this species to reproduce abundantly. The snakehead's extreme aggression and great hunting skills will allow it to outcompete native fish for food. Also, due to its eating habits and lack of predators, it is possible the snakehead will force native top-level predators into extinction. All of this will greatly affect the ecosystem as a whole. Scientists plan to eradicate this invasive fish have been either too destructive or too ineffective. For now, the fish is here to stay. Scientists predict the snakehead will enter the Great Lakes in the near future. If you suspect you have found a snakehead, kill it by removing the head and bring it to your local DNR. And that's the word, Jim.
Thanks, DJ Fuzzy Boots. This is some real great stuff. Real great stuff there. That's all we got here tonight at Action 5 News Team. I hope you learned some things along the way about the snakeheads. I know I kinda did. Can't say I did, but I know I need a drink. Really need a drink. So I'm gonna go do that. Signing off for everybody here. I'm Jim Richards. And you stay classy, Anoka Ramsey.